What's going on, everyone? My name is UnderTheRadar, and welcome back to the NPA. This is going to be the Week 10 Team Builder. This week we're going up against Frostfire and the Colorado Rapidash. First thing that I know you're thinking is, wait a second, Swami is the coach of the Colorado Rapidash, so why are you playing Frostfire? Unfortunately, but fortunately, Swami did have to drop from the league. He got this amazing opportunity. I believe, I haven't looked back at the message in a while, but I believe it's working for Madden. So like that's an amazing opportunity. I'm super happy for him, but unfortunately I do not get a chance to get my revenge for what he did to me in APA not last season, but the season before last in APA. But I am facing his assistant coach, Frostfire, who I know has helped him for multiple seasons now, and he's a pretty competent battler. His team is already up on screen. He has Latios, Mimikyu, Crocodile, Licky, Mantine, Rampardos, Mega Aggron, Infernape, Scolipede, Gourgeist, and Rotom Spin. Now, I know that some of you guys are probably thinking that it is pretty stupid, that I'm facing this team because of how well it does against me. Infernape, Scolipede, Mega Aggron, Latios, Mimikyu, Crocodile, like they all have an amazing matchup, and Gourgeist is one of his few, if not his only switch-ins to Mega Heracross. So personally, I think his team is pretty easy to predict as to what he's going to bring against me. Also, I'm not turning on the light to give my green screen a better background because I just woke up. It would kill me. Either way, Latios, Mimikyu, Crocodile, Mega Aggron, and Infernape are 5, and then the last one's either going to be Gourgeist if he's more worried about Mega Heracross, or Scolipede if he's more worried to be offensive and just try to like out-offense me, which personally I don't think he can in this game. I think he has to take a bulkier route for the majority of his team. The biggest threat for me personally is Mimikyu. So I'm having to build this team in a way to ensure that Mimikyu is never able to set up for free, and I'm never going to allow it to set up for free with a Swords Dance or a Bulk Up and just beat my team. That is my biggest fear. However, the way that I want to win this game is a combination of two offensive Pokemon, one fast and one slow. The fast one doesn't have a switch-in on his team aside from one Pokemon, and that is Crocodile. The slow one does not have a switch-in on his team at all, and that includes Gourgeist. So let's go ahead and take a look at the team. The first mon I do want to talk about is this Jolt Thunderous set. U-Turn, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, Sludge Wave. It's going to be a great revenge killer. It forces Mimikyu to click Shadow Sneak against me. And that's really good if I do already have it weakened, like with a Pin Missile, or like with an Earthquake, or a Moonblast, or even a Scald. So it's really good for that. Dark Pulse is there for Gourgeist, because I think Gourgeist might be one of his designated switch-ins to this as well. Thunderbolt just for General Stab. And yeah, it does really well against his entire team. His best switch-in is Licky, and if he brings Licky against my team, oh boy will I have questions. Boy will I have questions. And there'll be a plethora of them. But yeah, it does so much work against his team. I really don't know what he's going to attempt to do to try to stop this thing, because every single time it comes in, something loses like 50% of its health, and if he does bring Crocodile, all I have to do is click U-Turn, and that still takes a solid chunklet from the U-Turn. I believe it takes like 30% if he's not Intimidate. So this is the fast mon that I want to use as my way of winning, and then my slow mon that I want a way of winning is my Mega Heracross. 114 speed. It allows me to do some nifty things with +2 speed, which you will see how I get that in a little bit. Pin Missile, Close Combat, Rock Blast, Substitute. Substitute is there to avoid Will-O-Wisp from Gourgeist. It's there to sub up on a Mimikyu, so that way he would have to hit 2 Play Roughs in order to beat me. Granted, that might not be the best thing, but I could do it against Mega Aggron as well. Even Crocodile if it's not running Aerial Ace. And even Scolipede, depending on Scolipede's coverage. It just gives me a free a free extra hit, because this thing is also fat enough to take multiple hits from Gourgeist with the sub up. It's fat enough to not have a sub broken by Licky's body slam. Mimikyu Shadow Sneak is a roll depending on if he's Jolly or Adamant. Yeah, just fat. And then 116. So I played a lot with the attack investment that I wanted to use on this Mega Heracross, because 116 in attack, it never KOs Mimikyu. Adamant 252 attack never KOs Mimikyu. But if I go Adamant max attack, I'm not able to live hits with my substitute, like hits from Gourgeist, hits from potentially Scolipede or Crocodile. So I went with 116 because it does like 6% less than Adamant 252 with Rock Blast to Mimikyu, and that's the main thing I wanted. I'm still able to 2-hit KO Mega Aggron, depending on chip damage and things of that nature, as well as beat down Mantine and Licky. But these are my two main offensive mons. It's going to be basically which I can get in first to pick up kills. Now, because these are my main two offensive mons, and he has great offensive mons that if they're scarfed, they can outspeed both of these and one-shot both of them. For example, Infernape and Latios are two of them. So I'm going to skip over Landorus for now, and I'm going to talk about Ribombee. This Ribombee is my speed control. This speed control Ribombee, it literally takes anything that I could be unsure of in the match, like if it's a scarfed Latios, if it's a scarfed Infernape, whatever have you, I can take that and I can just remove that, and I can put up a Tailwind or set up Sticky Web, and I'm able to outspeed literally everything on his entire team, aside from scarfed Latios under Tailwind with my Mega Heracross. However, Calm Mind Mega Latios tears my team to shreds, so I do not expect him to be scarfed Latios. But with Sticky Web and Tailwind up, I outspeed Scarfed Infernape with even my Mega Heracross, so I'm able to bop that with like close combat. I'm able to do a lot of really, really nice things. Now, the biggest question about this thing is, why are you running a Timid Nature with Z U-turn? Well, little Timmy, I'm glad you asked. Calm Mind Mega Latios is a massive threat versus my team, as I said. Now, I also have a lot of pivoting on this team. I have U-turn here, I have U-turn here, I have U-turn here, and I have U-turn here. So there's no way that Latios is going to be at full health on anything that I have without taking U-turn damage or without being able to be roared out. So, since I know for a fact that it's not going to be at full health, I'm going to be able to just come in, click Z U-turn. It does 69 to 78% to Calm Mind, no HP invested Latios. So that's really, really good damage. And let's say he's not Calm Mind Latios, Moonblast still does a metric shit ton to it. So this mon is there as a protection against Latios, Crocodile. It can even help against Infernape if need be, and Gourgeist. So that is the whole point of this Ribombee. Give me speed control and give me a second backup check to Latios, Calm Mind or Scarfed or whatever have you. So offensive, speed check, bulky offensive. Max HP 100 attack, 76 defense, 12 in special defense, and 76 speed with a choice Scarf. This allows me to outspeed everything on his entire team that is not Scarfed. With Stealth Rock, U-turn, Earthquake, and Knockoff, Stealth Rocks are unbelievably important in this game because I need to get off that 12% on the Mimikyu. I need to be able to chip down the Mega Aggron. No matter how much it is, it helps my close combat for Mega Heracross two-shot it. And then I have Knockoff to be able to get rid of things like leftovers on Gourgeist, potentially Specs on Latios if he decides to go that route, Choice Scarfs on Crocodile, things of that nature. So I need Knockoff, and then Earthquake just for stab. It does so much damage versus his team. If he has Latios on his team, more than likely I'm still going to click Earthquake because I can, if he sets up a Calm Mind, I know I get to get his Latios out of the way, and then I can get Earthquake spam later on in the game. So no matter what, I'm not scared to click Earthquake versus his team. Unless I see both Latios and Mantine, then I'm a little scared. But yeah, I think that these four just from a really good offensive / bulky offensive core to this team. And then I have two walls. I have mixed defensive Vaporeon here. This mixed defensive Vaporeon, it allows me to take any 2 hits from Latios that is not like Spec Psychic, I think, or Spec Psyshock. I think it's like a Life Orb Psyshock I can take 2. Life Orb Psychic I can take 2. I don't know how well this takes on Z moves, but at the same time, if he's Z move, that's a one-time thing, and then I do have ways to check it after that. So that is a thing, but this thing is honestly there just be my Mega Aggron switch in. If I don't have this as my Mega Aggron switch in, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be hard for me to deal with Mega Aggron defensively. But yeah, just standard Wish, Roar, Protect, Scald, Vaporeon. Great Pokemon. Great Pokemon. And then lastly, I have defensive Golbat. This is going to be my Scolipede check. Scolipede absolutely destroys my entire team. And then I have Roost, Toxic, Brave Bird, U-Turn. Stealth Rocks are also a bit annoying for this team, as you could tell, because I do have 3 weaknesses and the rest are hit neutrally. So I have nothing that resists Stealth Rock. And I have no hazard removal either. That's because I plan on getting up Sticky Web. I plan on getting up Sticky Web pretty early on in the game. And if I get up Sticky Webs, I do not want to defog them away. I don't even want to allow him to defog them away. So my goal is to not and just deal with Stealth Rocks as they come. Roost, Toxic, Brave Bird, U-Turn. I have Inner Focus on this, so that way I'm not flinched by Rock Slide from Scolipede, because I did see that happen to Chase in APA. So I wanted to make sure that does not happen. But yeah, just a really good defensive mon versus the likes of Infernape and Scolipede, as well as Gourgeist, and even Crocodile to an extent if he's locked into something that is not knockoff. That would be great. But yeah, even Mimikyu. At first I thought that Infiltrator went through Disguise, but it doesn't, and that's really, really disappointing. But yeah, that's the team that I'm gonna be bringing, guys. I hope you all did enjoy the team builder. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below for me. This is gonna be another post-com this week, because the game has already happened, by the way. And realistically, I was pretty salty. I'm not gonna tell you how the game went, but I did get pretty salty at one point in time. So yeah, it's gonna be a post-com. But either way, I hope to see you guys in the battle tomorrow. I hope you all did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.